Alright folks, another day, another Europa Universe out of stream, and hopefully one with some better stable internet. Yesterday was rough. Hey Onyx. And Onyx has jumped up to be co-host, right Onyx? Shy and hiding off stream because you've never been one for attention, have you, Onyx? Waking me up at 5 a.m. because you want to explore the house and run around when it's still quiet and empty with everybody still asleep. They've been enjoying having some actual room to run around. It's been like Disneyland for them, since the apartment naturally doesn't have much space to it. So, they get rather bored of the same few rooms. One fairly open kitchen, dining, living room area, one hallway, couple of bedrooms. And even then, more like just one bedroom because BF likes to keep his door closed. So yesterday, ultimately, we were able to take a little bit more from Indonesia here. Pahang's colors keep throwing me off because I keep thinking, hey, that's me, but it's not. It's an even gradient here, from this bluish green to this somewhat more yellowish to that. So it feels like it's an extension of my own. Pahang has got to change their colors, if just for ease of telling us apart. But then we tried to take on Egypt. We did pretty well taking on this core region. Got double-digit war score pretty quick, but it was early enough in the war that Egypt was not willing to acquiesce and let me have what I wanted, which is a shame, because while we currently completely overshadow the amount of regular troops they have, completely overwhelm them. 202,000 levies, not even including all their subjects that eventually would have joined in. Trying to get the thing working over on this side. Someday transcoding. It turns out even if you have swarms of regulars with cannons and infantry and cavalry all over, being completely surrounded and overwhelmed by nearly 100,000 Egyptians is still pretty overwhelming. And that was on castles we held too. It's just a constant sapping of our morale. Why does this not want to? Well, there goes the frames again for one. Even my tablet is kind of struggling with internet today, so maybe this isn't a good idea. The bitrate goes up, the bitrate goes down. Officially over 10% of all frames lost. So, Egypt Part 2 is an objective I do want to do. Our pride got wounded. And we do have 37,000 monies. Alright, 37,000 monies. So let's do a couple of things here. Brig has a transport capacity of 63,000 right now for this fleet. I just realized we're nearly even here with infantry. And then already disconnecting 10 minutes in. Off to a fantastic start today. Maybe I'll just assume that any stream I don't have transcoding is what I don't want to mess with. So, where were we? I gotta constantly keep alt-tabbing out to make sure the bitrate is good then. Chambered cannon. And I think I'm going to do the impossible. I'm actually going to make camp followers. I gotta do it at some point. Fighting on land that's adjacent to me is easy enough because you could always go back and replenish. That's why we got this foothold over here before we finish off more Palembang. But fighting off into Egypt, even if I take and occupy all these rich fertile areas, this is a lot of heavy troop. That is an easy way to starve out easily in foreign lands. I don't know how many I'll need, but I'll put 5 to them. Rhino check. Okay. Already dropped 12% of all frames again? Just constant. Wither wasn't kidding about the stuttering in the stream. And there goes so much of my manpower for the recovery and for building all these. Almost fully embrace the rights of the crown, equal power relation. Constructions. Oh, look at all those modern roads they're making. On their own, without me having to pay for it. Rebels are doing alright. All the Papua New Guinea discovered now. Mostly very rural, very agricultural, very woody. And lots of dense inland that nobody wants to delve into. Having to adjust my seat real quick. Benedictus Dias. Legs still sore, but not as sore as it could have been for the past few days. Now, it might be the age of absolutism, but we still do have the Reformation situation. Council of Trent came and went, War of Religions. And an instant disconnect, reconnect again. Man, it's just gonna be like that today. So we do have everything except for the prestige. We got all the money. And, well, there's a Pope's opinion. The papal ban on empire, and the Pope's never going to like me. So if I want to make an empire, I feel like my limited option is to somehow get the Pope to like me again. Which very likely... Is it 70 now? They're down to negative 70. The antagonism is draining, slowly but surely. But my understanding is the HRE has to not exist in order for the papal ban on empires to finish. And that's something of a tall order. It might be a bit gamey, but it is possible to convert the state religion, form empire, and then swap back over. Okay, let's form all of these guys into one. Because if we're gonna go against Egypt again, two things, two innovations I want in order to better survive. One is 2 assault stacks. That way, we could have one group in Crete waiting while the game, relax. While the first stack swarms and assaults and occupies as much as they can. And then they'll swap over with this group coming in, fresh, all perked up, to hold and maintain while the first group goes back to recover. And actual baggage trains. Baggage trains so I don't starve out. These little camp followers. So here we got 33, 33, 39, and 5. And that might be too few for all I know. So we could do 20 infantry extra first. That'll catch them up to 29. 29? 39. So 10 short. I'll make them in waves. Now how many regulars do I need in order to claim the military hegemon? 193,000 regulars. I'm up to 89. So, only 100,000 more to go. Cheaper war score costs can violate sovereignty. Changing patterns of consumption. Sugar was once a rare commodity, a rare luxury that had to be imported from the Maghreb or Middle East. As the world has opened up and the purchasing power of our urban classes increased, sugar may still be considered a luxury, but quite an affordable one. Popularization of sugar. Cool. Right, gotta unpause the game to play it. Okay, 12 more to reach the 39 equilibrium. Ah, 10 more, because there's still 2 more being made. There. Whole butt-ton more infantry. And our income is set at 1,400 per month. We'll be back. So, 39 we got, 39, just need 33 cavalry and artillery. So let's do 23 cavalry first. My nobles should be so happy I'm making them so many armies to lead. 5. Research progress. By reining in the nobility in the ruthless exploitation of the commoners. So-called gentlemen farmers have become surprisingly common in administration, improve general condition of our country. Max RGO size enabled. The Papal States have joined the coalition. Papal States are all the way down there. What am I doing against you? Am I allowed? Improve their opinion by 1.66. Well, they're dropping their negativity already. They're also losing the positive improvements we made. Whoops. Does that make them the only member of the coalition against me so far? No, Ottomans. Ottomans and the Papal States. Papal States is considered insignificant. And they've only got 3 votes too. So they can't even get their guys around to try to, like, take Santiago or Fogo, like they did the one time. It'd basically be the Ottomans with the Pope hanging around. And there goes all my manpower. Maybe I'll wait until my manpower replenishes before building more dudes. $39, 33, and only 9 cannon? The heck? How do we compare to Hungary now? Slightly stronger. Bohemia? Perfectly balanced? We become perfectly balanced with Bohemia. Who's currently in the France-Mali war. If we attack Bohemia, and France is already in a war, will they join or will they be too distracted? Kiev, Rouen, Ressler, France. Yeah. Everyone's gonna join in. Perfectly balanced with France too. They're all too cozy and buddy-buddy. Great-grandson? Grandson. We'll give him an expensive one. Even if his line doesn't inherit, he might end up being a cabinet member someday. Now let's build more transport boats. This is 105 transports. I can build Brig or Hulk. Hulk is from Age of Renaissance, and Brig is more recent, Age of Reformation. So still a generation behind, but... France is a diplomatic hegemon now. Man, I don't even have my minting maxed out or making so much money. Anything over 1,000 is a miracle to me. Yeah, anything over 500 is a miracle to me. This is well beyond my expectation. Christiana Pietas? Sure. Just auto-click through everything. Still short on clothes. I'm not getting any tea, even with the trading companies I have down here. There was a thread in the Paradox Plaza forum last night for EU5, where folks are suggesting that the trade companies simply do not work right now. Which I wouldn't be surprised with, but other folks aren't seeing any effect with them, apart from getting another type of vassal that complains and tries to revolt on you. Trade company are giving some money to me. So we do have our cloves coming in. Except not. Desired amount to trade, 2.52. Amount traded last month is 0. There's currently 0 cloves in Bordeaux. And 0 cloves in Aachen. Great. Pepper. What else? I guess maybe I could try hopping it over. Cloves from... where would it be? Surabaya or Tamasak? Would hop to where? Boom, boom, boom. Then bumping around. Carlo Angio is already intelligent, so he'll make a fine administrator someday. More expensive educations. Piedmontese Patriots are picking up steam. There's 444 of them, all located here. I thought I got rid of the Piedmontese. Okay, 17th Navy. 10 gives a transport capacity of 6,000. So, time to make more. $12. Where's my queues? Navy queue, 40. 40 boats. I'll have 50 here by the time all these finish. And I still have loads of sailors being produced, but mere maintenance of my manpower is requiring more than I have available. Which means I gotta build some more infrastructure for manpower. It never ends. Indonesian is a primary or accepted. They're tolerated but not accepted, sadly. Doing application. Well, just maxing out, I think. And how long till next Senato? Maybe next Senato will go ahead and take the, what is it? Training fields or barracks option 4 years ago, so this September. Diplomats minus 20 prestige. Let out doubled. What else do we have in queue? A whole laundry list of stuff. Pottery manufacturing and then lacquerware coming up soon. We're going to get our lacquerware soon. We'll get a lacquerware right here in the core of Italy. And then at the very least, they'll stop grumbling about a lack of that. That's our greatest need right now. Good cocoa. Damn. Somehow lost 3,795 frames along the way. 1/10 of all of my frames so far. Well, for this segment at least. Short on livestocks. Tanning workshop and fiber crops. Yeah. Oh, those both shipping in. Capacity of 30,000 now. So 51k against 63,000. How about I branch off 5, I'll do 100, 100. Like that, dum-dum. 33k now. Colonial border conflict. Where to begin? It seems that settlers of the colony of Roanoke have ventured into the colony of Gaspé in search of new land and resources. Gaspé then sent their militia to drive them out, but they got overzealous and pursued the settlers back into Roanoke, raiding and burning the settlements there. The conflict then escalated when Roanoke sent their militia to drive out Gaspé militia and carry out raids of their own in Roanoke. Roanoke sent their militia to drive out the Gaspé militia, carry out their own raid. Into Roanoke onto themselves? Do they mean to counter-raid into Gaspé? The governor of Gaspé is blaming the governor of Roanoke, and vice versa. How do we resolve this conflict without losing face? That the colony is sorted out, minus 20 prestige again. Reprimand those that escalated the conflict. Roanoke lose 5 liberty desire, but Gaspé gain 10. Reprimand those that started it. Roanoke lose 10 desire, Gaspé lose 5. Gaspé is the smaller of the two. They're mostly there just to hold some land for me. They got nothing valuable. Okay, let's build more boats. I got no more boats being built. Would be 60. $70. $80. $90. And 100. A whole fleet of another 100 transport ships. And I still have so many sailors. We're not breaking through the maintenance point yet again. Sonato. What do we get? What are our options? Shipbuilding facilities. Sponsor university. Sponsor cathedral. Integration process. Great power relations. France will like us more. Barracks infrastructure. It's only 3 barracks though. Training fields are an extra 10, and they'll pass so many of them. It also starts only 3%. It is a bit of a discount, but I could just make my own anyway then. Literacy for max clergy, migration attraction, pop conversion, university, monthly research progress. While the Senato's ongoing. Max literacy novels and burgers, pop influence, pop promotion, or cultural promotion, migration attraction, institution growth, monthly literacy. Plus it's a burger issue, and that means starting off with a lot of points early on. Let's do it. Instant 52%. Conciliatory movement for 1 war exhaustion. 62 belligerent already. Pin and impact from shared borders, Casus Belli creation faster. War score cost. We do get minus 6.21 to war score cost and spy network. It's only 5 points towards conciliatory, it's fine. For an instant 83. So let's get additional taxes for another year. Oh, money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Would you look at that? They were at like 100 and something for their equilibrium. 104? Let's see commoners, at least 75%. Happiness. 2,439 monies a month. Oh. Without even the need to mint. Zero diplomatic spending. Who do we have truces on? Palembang until 2 years from now. Cahokia, Egypt for 3 more years. We could go Tunis again. And their alliance with Morocco has been broken off. So, right now, Tunis stands alone. What would I want to take from Tunis? Sturdy grains they got. For the aesthetics, I could just try to take more of the coast. Take a Naba from them. Annaba seems an easy enough place to take. They got one fort over here. Fort level 4, too. Garrison of 375. Oh. I'll have 5 years. 5 years will be plenty of time to replenish my, my manpower. Maximum of 134,000. Okay. I think that's what we'll do then. We'll ask for claim onto Tunis. The Ottomans is also a possibility. We could do a little thing on the Ottomans first. Try to take, especially since they've been gutted so poorly. They're allied to Georgia, so that'll still be ongoing. We could wipe out their ships easy. What would I want to take from the Ottomans? Biga? And get even further control over the channels here? I think that'd be a doable thing. There's a few easy forts to go for. Do Casus Belli on Ottomans. 4. If I go for the castle, for the capital, that's everything. Kocaeli might be best, though. And then because the Ottomans are also in a coalition against me, the Pope will join too, won't they? Yeah, the Papal States will join. Georgia will join. Smolensk will join. As a co-belligerent. So Papal States allies. Of which they have none. But that means I could potentially dislodge Bolu and Genoa. And the remaining town of Carpathos. I do like the sound of that. Hall of noise, day in, day out. Our halls are filled with a terrifying mixture of screams, badly played chords, and off-key singing. One might assume we are the most excruciating we apply the most excruciating torture to our prisoners. But the truth is far more horrid. Guglielmo de Grenoble is composing his latest work, unfortunately. Our artist. I never hired the guy. 5 ability, and he's careless, so his quality of art is even worse. Silence him, lose 5 artistic skill. 0. 0 artistic ability, and I can't get rid of him. 100 extra manpower per month, 102. Absenteeism. Find the worst offenders. Or lose prestige and gain towards aristocracy. Nah, what's 5% support? Enough to dip below. Serfdom over free subjects. Increase opinion. With one of our colonies, alright. Shake up Army Academy, lose Army Tradition. For a whole lot of points. We'll increase opinion. Easy, no disadvantage. Any laws I care to change? What about? We could go from anti-piracy to letters of marque. Hire some privateers of our own. Levy laws. We'll just keep it as is. Rights of the Burghers. We're on Strong Guild right now, which gives us production efficiency, but we got so much production efficiency already. Trade regulation gives 25 extra power to them. Reduce mercantile regulations. 25% burger power, barters for free trade. Strengthen rights of the burghers, 10% power for trade efficiency and plutocracy. There's nothing worth changing right now. Instead, let's just build more building. Age of Absolutism, I don't think I had this unlocked yet. Not possible to build. Armory becomes barracks, so no point having armory. Okay. Let's do more trading fields then. Oh, that's it, I'm out of money. There. More trading fields then. And that should give a major enough boost to my manpower recovery. Next integration area. Macedonia, Thrace. We'll do Macedonia first. Let's do Thrace. More trading fields. More trading fields. Turns out there's never enough trading fields. Grieco has a majority down in the Boot of Calabria. That's cool. It sucks that I can't put a trading field there now, but it's cool. Emilian. One 1,000 dudes only. Local nobility power grows. Lose 5 legitimacy. Or lose 7 stability. I'm gonna hold on to stability for now. Legitimacy can get back easily. Already sitting at a latent plus 12. 36 days left. Okay, let's get... We'll get a Casus Belli on Tunis that we may or may not use. I will take it for Anaba. Let's lose some army tradition. So, 51,000 guys here. We only really need this much to take them on. This could be an alright proof of concept for our new army. They could bring up the rear, be some extra support if needed. But we are going to need more boats. 43,000, and this can only carry 33. Ah well, we'll work on it. Okay, the dash line is there, they can just march across. I want them to march across, instead of just going down to Bursa. Because it turns out that's a pretty easy way to lose all of your morale, trying to disembark. Oh yeah, more boats coming in. Forgot about that. 99. Where's Mr. 100? Did I miscount? Also, 84 spies. Can't steal tech. They haven't got the research progress. Then I guess I'll settle for maps. They do also have maps on parts of Egypt and East Africa. So let's get more eyes on there for more information we could use. We still have spies. Let's put a spy network here. I pretty much accepted that my diplomats are just spies at this point. Pottery manufactory. Okay, where's the best place to put these pottery manufactories? I don't see my tier 3. Does nobody want pottery manufactories? Does putrefaction works? To turn pots and livestock into saltpeter. Potter's Guild level 1. Did I miss it? Pottery manufactory. Doesn't seem to be all that high demand. But just wait till lacquerware shows up. Oh, there they are. I dropped these guys for nothing. I thought that was the other ones. Alright, you guys got your missions? I thought it was this fleet that came over. I got them mixed up. Tournon. Took a while for them to finally see the lights. Alright. Is it time to go against the Ottomans? They've got 18 heavies and 19 galleys. Easy to take out. Georgia, in comparison, 26 heavies, 25 galleys. Oh, we got this. My bitrate is kind of coming and going. 7,000 and a half drop frames so far. But I think it should be well enough. Ottomans we could take. Can't believe I completely erased every single save. Ah. Slightly stronger than them? Easy then. So what can't I do? We must select a war goal. Alright, so it will let me do no casus belli. Alright. Declaring war on the Ottomans, the Papal States, Smolensk and Georgia. I'm confident. We got this. And there's the Ottoman fleet already. Isn't that perfect? All of my guys are in reserve right now. I never thought to check that. The balance between my fleets on patrol. Why would I imagine a fleet of 67 would have 11 guys at the center and everybody else just chilling, cruising the Aegean, having their fun? Begging your pardon? Yeah, so I want to go to Izmit. That's the entire point, is going to Izmit. If they could let me go to Izmit. We'll come up this way then. Ottomans won? Where? It was no change on either side, but... from 0 battles. Well, if it's 0 battles, then there was no loss, right? Oh my goodness, actual balance. And here I thought I was being smart by putting them here first. So I could just walk across this way by land, but turns out, no. Izmit makes a really sticky armpit there. Gain 1, lost 1. But that did wound our morale pretty hard. They weren't anticipating that fight. Could I access my boats, please? I want to click on the boats I have here. Navies. Okay, there's my war galleons. Let's move you back over here. I guess I'll keep you here for now. Because it's only, what? 1 heavy, 1 transport? We've only got 1,700 manpower, so gotta be careful here. We're gonna lose all of it the moment our guys step back home. So we'll build up morale here first, then head out. What have we got here? Transports. It's only 11 boats, they can't do much of anything. Bottom. Transports and 3 heavies versus 31 heavies, 30 light, and 2 transports and 31 galleys. They just keep giving me boats to steal. Ottomans lost, Georgia lost. $250 defenders? Let's destroy them. Following works of art destroyed. Scepter of Baluchar. A masterpiece regalia. Ah well. We got a bit overly excited there. Alright. Refill garrison. And go refill garrison here too. The workings of a witch. The recent harsh winters, hailstorms, and unending frosts have taken a great toll on the Greek Catholic peasants of Agriocastro. In such an inhospitable environment where people are pushed to the extremes, they often resort to seeking a scapegoat, an unjust reason to vent their frustrations and make sense of their awful predicaments. But that would be what scholars think. Members of the commoners have come forth with the proposal that such phenomena are no less than witchcraft, at the behest of a group of mad wenches that hold all of Agrocastro under their spell. Have they forgotten the Council of Trent already? There's no such thing as witches. Has the cold taken the last of their reason? Based on the current position between traditionalist and innovative, we gain 20 stability. Due to the stance of Catholic Church on witchcraft, gain 5 clergy satisfaction. Cool. If I burn them, then because of our innovative stance and the Catholic Church stance on witchcraft, we lose stability and lose clergy happiness. Nah. Dude, 20 stability for being on the right side of history. No more boats coming around. Speaking of which... let's go take some land from the Pope while we're here. He's not gonna mind so much. I mean, technically it's his fault for joining this coalition in the first place. Who's blockading? Really? Who's this? Ogowe Benje. the Pope's guy, the Pope's colony there. If they want to play, we could play. Oh, that is a lot of defenders. I just realized that's 1,200. Okay, we'll just sit here then. I didn't realize I was gonna be as high as it was. If it could just show me who the rebellious one is, instead of just giving the whole list. Fujian again? Fujian, really? It's because I lost so many dudes, I'm sure. You know what, let's just do it. Let's just keep on sieging down these hundreds. Or not. We'll go back. October 1st. I'm going to assume. Is that going to be during or right after? No, it's not going to be during the Senado. We've been at this war for a while, haven't we? Pope's being pretty damn adamant about making sure that one island has maximum castle. Hey, Toasty. Are you guys bored now that it's daytime and you're not roaming around as much? Do you want to roam around again? You guys have been a little bit more comfortable. Even though they know my family, they're still pretty shy, having just moved back into this place. Easy, Toasty. Easy, Toasty. Easy, baby. You could lick your own fur over there. You haven't got to sit on the keyboard for that, baby. Okay, so at this point I've already fucked myself. Or Pathos. Bastion gives a whole lot more garrison. Kinda cool. A Shema that I, port level 2. Only 8% war score so far, so minus 41. If you try to do the Pope separately, minus 62. I could go down this way and relieve stuff over in Africa, but that'd be incredibly boring and annoying. Minus 11,000. Good job, me. I guess we'll do boring and annoying. I chose this war. Hello. Two guys. County of Dorpat. France is spreading a whole lot more through Africa right now, too. There. 29,000 dudes. That'll be our expeditionary force outwards. If they want to play ball, we'll play ball. Oh, they got some assholes there too. I wasn't paying attention to. What further maps we got for Egypt? We could do Central Ethiopia down there. Indians got maps on everybody. We'll take these guys back. And kick these creeps out. We haven't even faced any of their armies yet. What I'm gonna do right now, though, is I chugged this hot cocoa way too quickly. So let me grab an early BRB. Then if the internet is still up, we'll continue this war when I get back. Ah, these cats. Onyx has his own cat food, which is very nice. And Toasty. Where'd the music go? Toasty has his own special Siamese cat food. And know what they do? They keep swapping. Toasty keeps wanting to eat the general cat food. Onyx keeps going for the Siamese cat food. It's very eerie how quiet this game can get. Okay, what were we doing? We got guys over here. Guys coming out over there. If I move, they'll probably just turn right back around. They've already got their morale back. And we have another fleet coming out this way. Caught them. They really think they could take me on with 700 dudes? Where are they going? They are advancing further. See, they lose, but they still get to advance anyway. We're gonna catch him, it doesn't matter. Okay. Only 250 guys. Heavy ships, light ships. And these guys seem to be coming up this way. I think we'll take this fort. And then just relax this guy for a while. Send these ones on in next. The soft dancer turneth away wrath. Cool. All transports, mercenary transports, they got nothing. Then we got these guys making their way on over. To where? Or they're just hanging out. Carpathian Sea. They sent groups here to reinforce after we took their guys out. Spent half of my guys throwing themselves at the sword. Now, where'd my other fleet get to? There they are. Slowly making their way around. And where are these guys headed? 5,000 dudes? 5,000 dudes between them all? We'll start taking out their bits one by one. Easy, Onyx. I know you like watching games, Onyx, but I gotta be able to see too, baby. There you go, behind the computer's alright. There's lots of space on this desk. Guess I can grab one more fort. There's nothing over here. They're just sitting down in the mountains. They want to go for Bilseek next. Minus 11,000. And they came to me. I was just gonna sit there and rebuild manpower, but they chose to come to me and erase themselves. What is Bohemia doing all the way down here? Are they marching back home from that thing they had with France against Mali? Can I see my boat again? I could hover over it, but I can't click them actually. Onyx, that's Toasty's food. You got your food up here, baby. Ah, well, if Toasty ate most of his and you ate some of yours and you guys want to swap, who am I to stop you? Where'd Toasty go? Probably back under the bed if I had to guess. That was what, 14th Navy? I don't have a 14th Navy. Hey, it's visible again. Level 4 forts. Level 4 fort. They got bastions. Level 4. Level 4. Man. They really try their best here, don't they? Lacquerware is almost done. And hello again, Onyx. Buy low again, Onyx. Oh. They have prisoners there. That's what I'm looking at. Prisoners I didn't know we had. I could execute them. No point doing anything else with them. So, 16% war score so far, it's only at a -3. -3 to merely do a white piece. If we take the last line of the Pope here, -14, and then for the war target, -56. But of course it can't depose us. $9,000 per month. For obvious reasons, that is not gonna happen. More prisoners. Deleted. Now we got some proper lacquerware. Some proper lacquerware, let's get building. How is lacquerware not going to be the most desirable thing? Given how much people demand them. Plus 53. Plus 53! Okay. And of course Napoli is plus 53. We'll build 5 over there. And not just the Napoli market. Everybody is gonna want lacquerware. All of my money to lacquer. Where are they going? To Smyrna? I'm in Smyrna. They're making my job easier. Almost done here, then head down. Then we'll sit on the Pope. Not figuratively, we're going to sit on the Pope. those chambered cannons, pistoliers, arquebusiers, and now their life is over. Will be nice. Sonetta? Oh, Solomeng's got a little tiny thing over there. They marched over land to get there then. With 21,000. So, maybe I'll cancel these levies. We got a bit anyway. We'll just send this group after him. They may be brutalized, but they can still do their job. And it's all levies. It's all levies anyway, so it's nothing to worry about. Okay. Now we'll go sit on the Pope, who's got nothing else to do with his money but make a ton of level 4 forts. The breach already. Those lucky bastards. Now these ones will just wait. Get morale back up real quick. Then go for the kill. Well, that makes Solomex easier. Complete and utter wipe. And who's at 0? Guangdong and Fujian. Aren't they always? I was just about to check their balance. I swear I was just about to check it. Tamaka died from food poisoning. We have a lot of heirs in us. $1,179. There. Oh, the Pope was defending himself. Just barely. No, that's a different fight. Look at how tight that's getting, though. With an increasing amount of competitors in the spice market, the availability of the once extremely rare spice of the East have increased drastically in the West. While some have tried to stabilize the spice price by burning what they produce or imposing stricter rules for its export, it now seems that the profitability of the business has taken a permanent downturn. Just barely won. They lost 1,000, we lost 8,000 for that fight. But we did it. We got their capital. So, minus 20 to take this and that. Minus 9. Minus 31. What about the Pope individually? Pope individually set at minus 3. And minus 14. So he's not going to be willing to pop off just yet. He's only got 287 guys, apparently. Then who were all those that just came on over that way? I hesitate to look. Minus 12, minus 23. So we don't have to individually go through the Pope, we could just stick with this. And bully more of the Ottomans. They definitely do have more we can take. And once our group lands here, having an ongoing siege is more pressure around them for whatever reason. Minus 7. They're gonna die on that though. I think the smart plan isn't to sit on that fort, because they're not going to make it. That's my people, after all. That's not just regulars, it's not just manpower. It's actual laborers and peasants and everything. What have we got here? 21 light ships or galleys? 21 galleys. 32 galleys, and heavies and transports. They're just feeding more to me. That's more galleys for me, more transports for me. I'm just devouring it all. Got a bunch of guys coming this way. Where are they going? To Billy Seek? Now they're going to Izmit. Alright. They want to make things easier for me. My terrain, my fort. Alania army. That's a rarity. Where are you headed to? Is it? Oh, they're going backwards that way. Still standing unopposed, sitting on the Pope's capital. Oh, they got more Smolensk guys over there. They think that's enough to take me on. They really thought they thunk. Now, I know we dropped guys off there. What are they doing? Did I not? Yeah, 187 guys. They have no cannons, no blockade. So how come their cycle? Their cycle's going on so much faster. 6 days. They stole 2 transports off of me that time. We'll wipe on them. Man, how long did it take to go from Ikio to Liga Burgaz? %31 now. +1 if I take a little bit more land over here. And the final presence of the Pope in Europe, that I'm at +1. -9 for the Pope, going by months at war. If I wait 10 more months, I think I'll take my small kibble here. Kick the Pope out of Europe entirely, except for their colonies. And their vassals over here. And an easier land border in the Ottomans to work with. Not gonna be too ambitious just now. Let's get these boats home. Devastation, exiles. Everyone's disloyal all the time anyway. Government farmers. Research progress again. These guys are right through their mission. Patrol C. We got more C to patrol now too. There. Diplomat in Egypt. Come on. I was busy with other things. Minus 5,000. So I got how many more years for the cast a spell we have on Tunis? Threat on Higwe on behalf of Havana. If they're cashing checks, if they're writing checks, they gotta cash it themselves. And 3 more years for Tunis. Where's his fight with Higwe? Pirate Republic of Higwe. Well, how about you show me where it is when I click on it? Didn't they make this one? So, what's the deal then? Trouble in Paradise? They made a pirate republic and now they don't want it anymore? Vassal of Havana. Pirate Republic Managua is owned by Havana. Where did they put it? That's a fish producing area. When Pirate Republic, Hikayagua, owned by Havana. They put that one in a cocoa area. They sacrificed one of their cocoa areas for a Pirate Republic. These aren't my smartest guys, evidently. Yeah, there's a bit of New Spain over there. And still competing here to get this little final bit. We'll go rescue this group. 7,000 now to replenish everyone. I'm going to be so low on manpower for so long. And I'm down only 588 monies again per month. Now that everyone's back. Look at that. 103% burger happiness. They made it back. Montelar. Okay. Oh yeah, because we're assuming Languedoc. So we're slowly turning those heathenist French people into proper civilized Italians. units per month. How's my port maintenance? Still 0. Minting office we got now, local crown power, 25. And max control of 5. I should also, I think, turn some towns into cities where I can. If they got the population requirement. They're almost. Not that a lot of these places can. I haven't been putting in the investment into food supply. And now it's pretty late in the game anyway. Rural settlements. There, we're getting cash per month right now anyway. Just gonna wait, replenish a whole lot of manpower. Need 16,500 to fully replenish our regulars. We're getting more lacquerware. They need paper. Paper is a need again. Lacquerware's dropped by like 15 or so. Unprofitable buildings. Any missing inputs? Missing lots of employees for RGOs. Missing employees for shipyards, trading fields, castles. Okay, so our lacquerware at least should be done soon. We got lots of lacquerware being produced. We got 2 already, almost to 3. France ended military access agreement with Italy. France, what have you done? Don't tell me you're gonna go on the aggressive path, France. They like me still. They still have their triple alliance with Castile and Bohemia. So that is still a not very good thing. Gallant. Military and diplomacy. Okay, let's put down some. Now it's showing at the top of the list. You better put it at the top of the list. What did it fall under? Not embassy. Theodosian walls? No. Burger, perhaps? Minting office. How do I sort by... By population would be the best. Number of available workers. Available peasants. Sort by city. Okay. So if I just do by that then. Just put my cities down. Then put 1. Can't do... It's a lot of money for minting. As much as getting a city up there. But it's control and crown power. So especially if I put it further afield, in the lower control areas. Lacquerware down to 0.59 now. Only 0.59. Okay, what if I just show where all the population is? And I'll plant it down in the biggest areas. Treviso. 2,000. Between cities and now this. Got a heck of a lot of expenses now. No more spies. Who else to spy on? Has it been a year, Egypt? It has not been a year. Let's put spies on Lam. Basra? I'm sure Basra knows a lot of the world. Subject of Egypt. Egypt's got too much going on. Egypt is pretty much holding on to the entire Middle East. Which is cool, but doesn't help me any. Guess I'll spy on the Ottomans, they hate me anyway. Embassy. Great Wu's been a while. They certainly have no love for me there. Artist emigrates. He's not the shittest I've gotten, but he's still pretty bad. Minus 79. It's still only 127 antagonism, so it's not as bad as it could be. It's only my trade companies that keep. Oh look, Guangdong's up to 20. So just Fujian now that hates me, and I can't do anything with them. There's separatism in the location, but I can make it a city. I'll put a minting office. Felt hats again. Emissary opportunity. Due to nation's focus on outward politics, the opportunity has now presented itself to send emissaries to Tunis. They'll relay our wishes to their government, creating an opportunity to bring our nations closer or drive us apart. Tunis, what do you say? You guys hate me already, right? They hate me. We'll extend our regards before we go face them. 2,300. You know what? My inflation is at nearly 0.5. We can max it out. 2,000 a month. Okay, minting office being made. We could very nearly get control into the 70s, 80s, even 90s in places with this. 3,000 money to save the monastery. Or drop some prosperity in Mesoko. Way all the way up there. Nah, that's not our problem. Controlled in Messina. And who we got here? Margarita Angio? Her stats are alright. Who can marry her off to? We can marry her off to the Dulkadarids. Even though are they a subject or in a personal union with Egypt? That's just a vassal of theirs. So I wonder if we could get it to a personal union. Or at the very least, if we do a royal marriage with them, able to make things more complex so they won't want to attack us in war. They're a vassal, of course they will. They got loyalty of 82.45%. They're going to join war automatically. But they're also fellow Catholics. Just as the Hungarians are. With their 2 favors they owe me. We'll gain 3 whole prestige. Alright, so Hugway, you've only got the 1 location, and it seems there's no fort there. They have a barracks and that's it. So, what if we cancel Scuttage? For now. In a month's time. Grand shipyard building we can do. Let's cancel Scuttage with Havana. They'll gain 5 Liberty Desire. Really? Never mind then. Okay. We'll do war with these clowns in Bavaro. Following through on threats. Any chance I might raise levies out of here directly? No? Well, doesn't matter because we just warped on over. We'll send a squad of Tunisians over to show them what real piracy is like. Now, while I'm here, let's go back to my population map. But maybe I should go by control, because it does. You know, let's give it credit. It did go an extra hour or so without disconnecting. And then I get the message, whoops, OBS crashed. Okay, that was weird. After it crashed, it kept giving me could not find the channel key yada 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 error. Which very clearly, it can, it should, I'm right here. Okay, let's get back in the game. What was I doing? Buying a bunch of minting houses. We've already got a minting house here in Genoa. Parma, we'll put a minting house here. Minting office. Bologna. Ferrara, also been overdue one. Pavia. I'm out of money for Pavia. France is actually overpowering on population on me. Oh, right. Tunisians are gonna send over. Because by the looks of it, my vassal here made a pirate republic. And now there's trouble in paradise, so he wants it back. They got no boats anyway. And we finally have enough dudes, enough manpower. So I finished off with these. Giovanna. Let's give you a military education. Let's look at some more high population centers. Have you got a minting office? You do now. Customs house you can make for market attraction. We'll put both. $2,000 again, alright. Just gotta wait for the month to slide over. This is a very speed 5 game. Compared to Crusader Kings, where I'm sitting around at like speed 2, or not 2, definitely not 2, unless it's like war or something. Speed 3, maybe speed 4 is what I was gonna say. Hi, Alemannic Patriots, I forgot about. Where are they? Oh, there he is. Bloodness. Found him. And they got 236 guys. It's October. Things are going to frost up very quickly, very soon. Sit over there, and then send these guys home. Alright, just making sure they're actually taking the correct currents. Bud is my rival now. Quickly before those mountains close. It's already October. And we got there just as they did, so... Vardenberg lost. No an extra Volter option yet. 0 war score versus him. The following works of art captured take it to Napoli the vibrant way. Locally known only? Oh. Well, this war is all done with. 10th War of Italy aggression. Of Italy aggression? Okay, how do I swap you? Transfer occupation. No possible countries to transfer control to. And Havana's got scudded, so even though this is their war, we can't give it to Havana. Take Hugway. And then have them... Oh my goodness, they're so cheap. They got no money. These are what pirate republics are like? No, we're at war, so we can't give them land right now. Swim home, army. It's not too far to swim back to Tunis. Outside naval range. That's not too harsh right now, at least. Okay. There's still a little bit of harshness. Now, annex attackers, or the revolters. There's a bug with that, where if we get a situation like before, where France is backing one of the revolters, or Ottomans is backing the revolters, if you hit that annex revolter right away, you could take all of France, all of the Ottomans. The subreddit and the Paradox Plaza forum alike are filled with examples of not just people doing that, but their subjects too. Their subjects will have a revolt, and then push the button on their own, There goes France, there goes Bohemia. My poor babies, they've only got room for 55,000 troops now. They're down to what, 95? 92. Let's build 8 more brigs for them. And these guys just get 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3 right there. Some captures from the previous war. The hazardous waters of the Sardinian Sea. We're so broke that even the Sardinian Sea is too dangerous for them. 2%, 2%, 3%. These poor guys are falling apart. Scientific revolution continues. Our scientific revolution continues to provide benefits, and our scientists are making further developments. By being an innovative country, we could achieve endless possible benefits. Good. 5 extra research progress. Monthly is only 2.94. All these double-digit benefits equate up to 2.94. Power of the liturgical language. So, because we are at 58 stability, we could try hopping back and forth, switching our state religion, then hopping back on over to Catholicism afterwards. It would only drop me to a -50. Only drop me to a -50. Do I do it? If I do it, we would get to form empire. Though we do need 70 prestige too. And that is pretty tricky to get. Florence, do we have a counting minting office? We do not. Siena. Already have a minting office. Parma, pretty sure we put one on already. Savona. Then I think. Lacquerware. Oh, but a few more of. We got no lacquer in Genoa. All markets, please. Constantinople to get their own lacquer. Evidently very expensive buildings. Paper, I know, are also falling short on again. What are my burgers building? Estate construction, cathedrals, masons, spiritual retreats. Sometimes they could be greedy again. Burger mansions. Well, lots of infrastructure too. Lots of stuff I do need. Thrace almost integrated. More paper. Let's do more paper again. Paper workshops. Where do we not have paper workshops yet? That might also have some pretty good profit. These 1 points, 1 points, 1 points. Havana's got max improve opinion right now. Let's go ahead and end them. And oh yeah, since we did finish up all of our wars here, seed a location. I could have sold it to them, but I'm a nice master. Okay, April of 1665. I have until February of next year. I think I do want to build up some more manpower first. Though we could also call for a crusade. If we go against Egypt in the crusade, it wouldn't just be us. But it would also be... I mean, who would join? Who would join? It'd be a whole lot of other people to distract the Egyptians. We could try for it. Maybe Castile and France will throw in. They'll focus on Philistinia. And we'll go for the heart of Misr. Claim throne on Castile. But they're still allies with France. At least France won't be a co-belligerent, but... Capitán La Montaña. Oh, Capital La Montaña. I was like, huh, Capitan? I'm doing this for mercenaries? Alfonso de Borgona. Oh, look at him. My grandson. It won't give us a union or anything though, so there's no point to it. And it does give more antagonism. Who does Barca belong to? Fiefdom of Egypt. I've got the Central and Eastern Mediterranean. Egypt's got the Southern Mediterranean and the Middle East. France, Castile, Bohemia have continental Europe. Hungary's got Carpathians, Balkan areas. They're making it rough for an innocent little not empire to expand. We finally have eyes of the Lesser Antilles. Who's claimed it already? Havana! Alright. I've been neglecting it and they've been doing my job for me. Fruit, cotton, fish, lots of fish. You know, better them than me. It's not very fruitful in that area. It'd be pretty fishy of me to try. Malagasy Highlands, we finally have eyes on, that's France. France is really trying to get boxed in with Madagascar. But they can't get any further out than this. With the exception of Madagascar, the Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean are free from any other European influence. Dies at a loom output. And then what's next? Crown power 5%. Less estate power from cabinet. Would probably include my own though. Possible government reform +1. I was thinking of maybe swapping out. So we're getting to porcelain and that's gonna be it. Cabinet member of the Kingdom of Italy died of old age. Alright, let's swap him out then. Who else do we have that's excellent? Capitano Bianchi is a lawgiver and well connected. He's already very suitable for rulership. So, it'd be somebody for stabilizing country. Could I give it to our middle snots? Filippo Angio? Let's give it to Capitan. Eriprando Bianchi then. Unless there's some gal that would fit in the role. Famale with excellent martial ability. 51, 62, 21 years of age, Carter de Cos. 100, 73, 93. She's excellent all around. Brianda Oriz. 100, 90, 90, 92, 90. I would only have to sacrifice a bit of legitimacy. But I like squatting on 100. $192.90. 20 whole legitimacy though. We'll get it back. Mere 80 to my legitimacy. Destitution practically. Much weaker than Great Wu. It's very firm and emphasizing. Not that it matters. Stealing maps around here, I don't see myself going toe-to-toe with them. This definitely isn't going to be some kind of world conquest situation. Senato time again, and we have until February. I could maybe... If I get a lot more manpower, we could build an extra group of guys to send over to Southeast Asia. But first, Senato, support the state for 3 ability. My poor guy started to turn grays at 55 years of age already. Market regulations. Expand modern road network. 5 points for centralization. Training field infrastructure, barracks infrastructure. Still so very sore. Getting better day by day, but we do market regulation. And since we're here, additional taxes? Address Pirate Haven complaints. Absolutely yes. Bailiff complaints. I don't think we need the bailiff so much anymore anyway. Because they give 20 proximity, that radiates out a little bit, but they're mostly good for putting an instant 20 proximity, and thus a little bit better control, onto rural areas with better RGOs. And right now, 60, 59, 25. Most of my places have pretty alright proximity. So bailiffs are kind of obsolete. If they want to destroy them all. Okay. Embrace economic theory, lose 12 stability, levy obligation. Is also an easy one. We're not relying on levies as much anymore, not even for backup. Speaking of my back. So, we could go against Egypt again. Maybe I'll use the Crusade as a casus belli to go against Egypt. Let's do a casus belli fabrication. Oh, that's their capital over there now? No, Palembang I want first. On Lower Jambi. Then let's see who else we got. Melayu has a bunch of tributaries in Brunei, in Pasai, in Aru, in Sambovarayar, but no allies. Minuscule amount of dudes to worry about. Slightly stronger. Dai Viet would join in. How come? Dai Viet Soma Union. Dai Viet Soma Union? And Malayu. But they don't have any policy. Okay, that was a half-second disconnect, reconnect. That's okay. Oh, this internet. But Majapahit is allied to Tondo. Up in the Philippines. And Majapahit also has 231 ships. 78 heavies. of the previous generation's 53 galleys. I've got 60 and 78. So we could face off against them. So I think Palembang would be the easy campaign, and then Sunda and Majapahit would be a little bit more difficult. They got more cloves. We could try to take over Sunda, and that'll give us Damak. But I wouldn't want an extra disloyal vassal to start absorbing. What I'd want to do is take Sunda, take Damak as much as I can, feed them to Banten, and take more parts of Majapahit. I mean, that would be a pretty decent strategy. So, let's ask for Sunda. Cast a spell on Sunda. And since we have those juicy... I didn't request additional taxes? No, I guess not. Okay, more taxes. Then let's lessen some levy obligations. Colony of Bassa. The Papal States, I don't care about theirs. 5 years of reduced levy obligation. I'll give him that. Merchant Guild complaints. Okay. .9% tax. And they'll still love me for it. Commoners I want to stay happy too. 44% tax. Nobles. I'll just keep it 50. 50's alright. Okay. Now, before we proceed with our war, I'll also want manpower to get better here too. I expect to lose a fair bit of manpower in sieging these forts. But I got 5 years. So first, let's go on BRB again. Gonna make myself some hot cocoa, get some drink, see if the cats want to go out. And then be back at a few. Miracle of miracles, the stream has not disconnected in the time I've been out. Okay, Toasty. The cats are having their nap time, but looks like Toasty's a bit more active right now. You want my waters, Toasty? No, 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 no paw. Here, Toasty. Try this one. That way you could just put your snoot in and you don't have to dip your paw in. There you go, Toasty. He's been trained, very reluctantly, to just lick water out of a cup and not dip his poo paws into it first. Kids. So, Palambang, we have another fresh Casaspelli. Sunda and Palambang. And right, Tunis too, I forgot about that. I forgot we've also asked one for Tunis. And that's coming up. I have until February for that one, so let's get the crew ready. Would you look at that? They put another fort over here, just to make sure that I can't just go over. And that's a sharp level 4 fort too. They got some actual level 4 forts on the horizon. Cool. We'll have to take that eventually. We could start with here. Take over there. Take over here. And then head on over to Cosantina. I may be biting off more than I could chew here. At least with Egypt, it's all level 2s. Even around France and Bohemia in the Europes, we're starting to see more level 4s. Ugh. I have to actually seize things down proper. He's got 29 boats only, 24 heavies. I'll have to actually play the game proper soon. Playing the game proper like. Okay, let's start with Parliament approved claim on province. We can just march over, though it could be worth taking Jambi here first. Sieging down and then going for their capital. The Grand Way, take it to Napoli, regionally well known. Gonna have a whole British museum with all the yards for stealing. Absenteeism, what are we at? 73? Find the worst offenders. I've also forgotten to push the button to refill the garrison. That's okay. Button push. Got a complete wipe? Yeah, 10 guys remaining. Well done, leaving them undefended me. %7 already. Keep, then Musi right across the way. 22% already? We got the war target and we got their capital at the same time. 0% enthusiasm. Only 1 war exhaustion. Now I know they went off that way, but let's keep it close to where we are first. December, 2 more months. And I don't see the rest of them. He's only got 1,000 dudes. This pirate republic isn't looking too piratey anymore. Okay. 1 exhaustion. Let's see what we can do now. Lower Jambi is what we're after. 35 still. Upper Musi. 29. Then they got more cloves up this way, and gold. But we could work towards that direction. Completely cut them off from the sea. -4. That'll give us... That will give us cloves and gold. So the richest resources will be ours. The richest resources ours. By doing it this way. And then they'll be nearly surrounded. An extra 145? I'll take an extra 145. And then give the rest of this to Olgan. Move these guys back to Palembang. And when in February is my last chance? February 1st. Okay. So I have till January 31st, really. Tunis? Second Castile-Tunis War. Started May 16th of this year. Their boats are gone. Their boats have been gutted. Their armies are going to be super distracted. I think now's my time to move. Tunis. Much stronger than them. Parliament approved claim. Fire. We'll probably win this war. But despite that castle right there, we could just slip on through this way. Cool. I was thinking we'd have to face them. We'll keep these guys close at hand then. .350 defenders. Excellent minister. Encourage his effort. 5 years of efficiency of cabinet 5%. Or immediate 10 prestige. Sorry, buddy. That's more prestige for us. We gotta head on over here next. And just start squatting on their castle. It isn't sapping their food, so that's my big concern. Just vote yes on everything. And spies on the Ottomans. Ottomans! I want more eyes on Egypt. They don't extend too far down, but they do have so many allies out there. And by so many allies, I mean they have various subjects. Castile's coming down and try to seize my stuff. These are my occupations, Castile. You get out of here. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. These guys don't have as much food. We'll just have them go next door first and wait. Oh, and now they're all starving. This is the situation I was trying to avoid. Hey, Wither, you have found your doom. As have I. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Wrong port. I keep underestimating just how much starvation my guys are going to face on campaigns like this. But I'm glad to hear that in your day you have found the doom you so desire. 39,000 poor starving folks. She's called Scar Singer Carmelita. Absolutely ruining you. The name sounds kind of familiar. What is she from? Or it could just be the edgy style name that sounds familiar to me. They're retreating? Oh, because more of Castile's guys are coming in. Castile is being super aggressive. Tunis is my backyard. I get that they want to take the Straits of Gibraltar, but they're horning in on my dance. And suffering for it. It's all levies, all levies. So there isn't any reason to worry about these guys. In fact, we could just... What, can't embark them? There. Just embark them. Hey, Mace. How's work? Okay. Oh, you got me a bar. Thank you. A little Violet Crumble.
Get this bag that I got from Ross's gift. That was fun. Ross was like a big naked energy.
It is. Like the two fans, swirly dress with spikes at the hem. Sounds like some kind of woman with her. Complete stack wipe there. Oh, you got me a popping boba drink. Thank you. As you can see, the cats are having their nap time right now. Now that it's more midday-ish. Okay, these guys are hungry. Maybe what we'll do, these guys have a bit of food, just cycle them out to relieve them. Cosentina isn't part of the capital or part of the region map, or is it? It is not. So, we got this part. That's our capital, it's better score. But I don't need it. But it's only 4% war score only right now. Defender ticking. Take a Naba.
Enjoy.
Naba's all here. And I do occupy it, don't I? No. No. Because that fort over there has to be taken too, and that's also a level 4 fort. Damn it! They were smart! Also, heckin' old, you think? Fighting her memory of her glory days rather than with her. And is way taller than you, also pretty cool. Maybe I'm the weird one out, but I tend to associate femininity with the taller femfolk too. What's up? You can get your own pants. Oh, this is a Silk Song thing. I thought the names sounded familiar. These ones? I might have seen something on her once or twice then. Having not played the game myself, but everybody else on the planet absolutely adoring it. For good reason, I think. It takes them so long just to march through. Where are they going now? Tigis? They're going to Tigis. But, caught him. Caught him, and that was all of them. 950 guys. Oof. She's the hardest boss in the game, apparently. You fought most of them, you believe it. In that case, with her, best of luck. Having never played it, I can't imagine what the difficulty must be like. And these guys already back to starving. I've given these guys how many baggage trains? They got 5 baggage trains on them. Evidently they need more. I guess some parts of Cosmo Breeder Yifai might. Oh yeah. Some parts of Cosmo Breeder Yifai were definitely on the trickier side. With some really grueling bosses. But Yifai doesn't give you as much flexibility as a proper modern Metroidvania style game does. So I could imagine that a difficult fight like that must be so much more kinetic. $24,000 Tunisians? I was gonna say on the border, but technically that is their land. Oh, they're not starving again. They must have hit some happy equilibrium. 15 to 20 tries by now. Whew. That is devotion with her? But she sounds like some kind of gal, so I could imagine why you'd have so much devotion towards this. Level 2 forts. Level 2 forts. Rarity these level 2 forts. Very clearly clicked the boat. Okay, plenty of cash. Let's send inflation back down. Nice. You trying to get me DMCA'd on other people's TikTok?
It wasn't a TikTok, it was a fucking ad on Snapchat.
You're getting ads on Snapchat?
I looked at one of my friend's stories afterwards, it gives that. If I don't close it quick enough.
Yeah, I know how that is. Okay. Some guys came, some guys left. If I take this fort here, then drop some garrison into it, that could give more food region around us, but probably not. Oh. Or I could march straight into the foeman, with no commander, having... and directly onto their fort too. So they got the defensive bonus, they got actual commander against nobody. I think I gotta take the loss here. Yeah, let's already chop it away to so badly. Relatively even on losses, but a lot more surrenders on our side. 18 more hours to go, though. Yes, Mason?
Just find out in a computer, seeing if you.
Okay. Now, of course, that's on me. I knew they were there. Or I knew they were nearby, I just thought they left. Why would they? They laid the perfect trap for me. 16 to 16. They could have that one. At the very least, our guys here aren't starving. Dead. Yeah. Very much dead. Dead, but they live to fight another day. What are they doing? Are they trying to chase me down? Normally... Cool. Normally, there's no catching up with the retreating army. But they're the AI. The AI gets to cheat. Are they gonna keep pace just to full stack wipe it the moment we get to Tunis? But there's forts along the way. They should be blocked over there. Over in Annaba. And this is kind of slippery over here. But I guess it could just come out this way instead, so... They aren't, in fact, blocked by any forts. Look at them chasing after. They really are trying to beat us there. Caught by Castile. Okay, they're just waiting over there then. They saw me peeking at them. They saw that I knew what they were going to do. Plus 5% crown power, but minus 50% power from cabinet positions. So we gained 1% of power. Burgers lost 1%. I gotta get them below 25% though. If they have power above 25%, I tax them less. Trade maintenance and trade capacity and navy maintenance. Get some bonuses if they're above 25. Below 25%, maximum tax for clergy, but clergy can't be taxed right now. Maximum tax for nobility. Commoners. Whoops, who'd I kick? Onyx, I'm sorry, you're just going to litter box? So maybe above 25% is alright. It seems the trade-off is that they're below 25. The further below 25% power they got, the more you can tax them. And the more above 25 they get, the less the maximum tax is, but other benefits they do get. So maybe I do want to spread the power around. Not like I'll know what all benefits I get till they get to that point. Dead? No, we still live. Let me see. EU5. Estate power bonuses. Estates. De-grant privileges. Government power. Let's see what the wiki has to say. Crown estate. Oh, that's nothing. Nobility, clergy, commoners. Maybe the individual estates will have something in their wiki articles. For nobility, when estate power is above 25%, the country gains up to 75% levy combat efficiency, 75% fort limit, progress for aristocracy, and the usual maximum tax from estate down. So, nobility power above 25% doesn't matter to me. I don't care about levy efficiency right now. I don't care about fort limit right now. Clergy, regardless of estate power, the country will gain the following effects depending on the estate satisfaction. So, for clergy, it seems power doesn't matter. The monthly research progress and diplomatic reputation you get is based on happiness. Oh, here we are. While the estate power is about 25%. Get up to 150 pop conversion speed percent. Minus 35.5% stability investment cost. Stability investment cost up to minus 37.5. That could be a reason to put a little bit more power in the hands of the clergy. And commoners reduces the cost of purchasing food, progress towards free subjects, and up to 1.8% estate satisfaction equilibrium across the board. So having a more powerful commoner estate gives me a very slightly, very, very slightly happier everybody else. Careful, Onyx! You crashed! You crashed into the microphone arm, Onyx! Try to jump onto the desk? That's how you broke my Wi-Fi adapter the first time, trying to crawl over the microphone arm. And then surprise, surprise, it flips over and bashes right into the poor thing. Onyx is a very leap. Okay. Like I was saying, since we are seeing more bastions with higher garrison sizes and more difficulty to siege, and my current cannons don't even give artillery bonus to it. We do have cannons on the stack. 7,242 chambered cannons. I'm gonna have to upgrade. Minus 5% proximity cost. 2.5 to happier estates. We could also upgrade to wagon trains for more food for my starving soldiers. We would have to go increase area control, which is already pretty cool. Max control of 15% across an entire area, not just province. Down to magazines, regimental camps, and then royal mortars. My mouse wiggles so much on this desk. Alright, let's get that royal mortar upgrade. Regimental camps would also give more manpower. Over training fields. Red and red. Deep reds, not just soft level 2 fort reds. Whoa. These guys got food, so I'll just leave them there. The AI is being too smart. They know to put their higher forts exactly on the border. Heading off that way, but they could sneak into here too. Already losing so much morale just marching over. 13% war score. Brilliant Bolo inventor from Bolo has come to seek our patronage after falling out with the theocracy. The inventor has been described by some as one of the great minds of his age, producing many mechanical and chemical inventions beyond the understanding of most others. How much to take him in? Bishopric of Bolu's 50 opinion. That's it? Well, who cares about Bolu? Take him. Blocked by zone of control. I could just march into here, but half my morale be sapped by the time I get there. And I don't know if they still have half their forces in here. We saw they had a group here, and they went further east. Well, I guess further west. They went further west. And they're still fighting Castile. So, I'm not the only guy they're dancing with right now. Minus 57 million. Oh, that's for the colony that it finished making there. Since its high population in Madagascar needed high population of Italians to displace them. That took ages, this has taken ages. This colony here started off so long ago, and it's just now getting off the ground. How's the RGOs here? We got the ivory, just a lot of lumber otherwise. But if I can get that ivory before France can. Probably won't, but if I could. And we have a commander on the stack now, so... Commander on stack is a lot better than no commander against their commander. By chance, nobody there. Spain's already got this one? Could I steal the siege? Already in control of the siege. Great. We pushed the Spaniards out of the way. We appreciate their help, now get out of here. Cold and wet fields. Food relief from Principata Citra and this lack of a road. No. No, we built a road. Did we not put a road there? No, we got a road. I can see it. We got modern roads even, going from Valo to Campania. On over to Napoli. So what do you mean? Due to a lack of road. And the distance. But at this point... That's pretty good. 81.71. 81.71 proximity is enough to lose... What? 2/3 of the food being shipped over? Or half the food looks like? A little bit of it? Drop a garrison. And now Spain could keep them busy. This now is going to be a type of warfare we haven't seen for decades, if not over a century. Which is sitting on a fort and waiting for it to siege down. Or turn back around. Because at least we have the foresight now of actually refilling the garrison. But we don't want to leave it completely unprotected. We'll wait for a bit, refill some strength here first. Then end of month we'll go over. Jump of 10,000? Okay, now we'll go and siege out there. And just play the waiting game for a while. 895 garrison. They got so much. No, that's a prisoner's. What am I doing? Sending the prisoner stack over. We'll just put the prisoners back home where nobody could get them. Castile, we'll send our regards. They already have decent opinion of me, but it could be better. And we don't need this triple alliance having negative opinion of me. Bohemia already hates me. And for good reason. Castile's gone all through here, looks like. Castile's really digging through Tunis now. And France! France is here too, say hello to France. $9,000 Frenchmen going that way, 9,000 over here. All levies though. All no. That's their actual regular regiment stack. And now I've got 42,000 burning a hole in my pocket. Lacquerware we no longer need. We've defeated the need for lacquerware. But it's still good business. Everybody gets to make some good Italian lacquerware now. Where's Napoli? Napoli's not even the best for profits with with my new lacquerware industry. Only plus 5.86. We don't get to be the lacquerware capital of the world now. Gotta build them what the actual demand and money is. And that took up basically half the money I had available there. So, was gonna put more of that money into... Where is it? Counting houses I don't have yet. Do I? We haven't researched a counting house advance. Don't have counting houses. Minting offices. More minting offices? In places with high population, we'll say. Or should I go by control? Because there's some benefit to crowd power, but it's also a +5 control every place I put them. Padova doesn't have one yet. And we did build a bunch of cities back here too. Maybe we'll spend the control or the increased control per area. Habited action over there first, before putting out some expensive stuff. Oh, out of money. %30 war score now. 137 for White Peason, so maybe. See what I can take from him. Olivanava, instead of 39. How are they looking for raw materials? This is giving us more iron, more gems for ourselves. Thought that was coffee for a second, it's copper. It turns out that coffee is one of the rarest RGOs of the game. +1. We could be satisfied with this. Taking more of their coast for ourselves. Some more resources. Some angry Algerians. I think that's plenty satisfactory for this war. Annaba and bit of Kabbalaya. Now mine. And didn't even need to fully take over their capital yet. Now. Sunda, we have 3 more years to do. We could try for it. Sunda's only down here. It'd just be Sunda, their tributary Damak, and Majapahit. But I also want to start rebuilding my my manpower. Because I'm pretty keen on taking on Egypt again. They kicked our ass the first time. But they got nothing but level 2 forts. Level 2 forts we can still take pretty easily. And since we have more of these guys, we got our extra stack now. We could do the plan I've been planning on. Let's drop my expenses down first. Army maintenance down, port maintenance down. Keep the Navy. And this was sent to Napoli. So 3 years is plenty. For now, we gotta recover so much of these guys. They got their full units of 39, 33, 33, and 5. They're doing alright though. 99% strength for a lot of them. I thought they'd be worse off. Oh. I was looking at the boat as why. The boat is at 99% strength, the weakest. 33, hundreds, yeah. That'll take him a bit. Minus 7,000 per month to replenish. Could build some more training grounds, barracks all over the place. What's my maximum? 199,000 manpower if I save for 5 whole years. We're still 0.58 towards naval, so we're not at risk of losing our naval supremacy by building up so much more of an army. Our military size right now, though, has expanded to 120,000. We're 60,000 behind Great Wu, and 78,000 until we claim the military hegemon. It can be done. Build some artillery to here. Chambered cannon. Who would have guessed chambered cannon be obsolete so quickly? Okay, followers, I clearly gotta make some more. I'll give him 10. Tea, cloves, porcelain, sturdy grain they're running low on now. And wild game to keep our people happy. I don't know how I'll get them tea though. We got 2 trade companies over in South and East China. But if the form is to be believed, the trade companies don't actually work. And so they aren't actually producing any goods to bring home to me. What's your goal here? Show superiority? And there goes the stream again. It disconnected for a second again, but the bitrate is pretty bad. It's been about 4 hours of stream on a Sunday afternoon. Should I just call it here? Because I'm seeing more zeros. That is looking like a very unstable bitrate right now. So, maybe it is for the best to take these victories and go. We couldn't take a revenge against Egypt today, but we did get a little bit more off the Ottomans. Took the Pope's final island in Europe. And for my effort, he doesn't hate me too badly. Only minus 78. More of Tunis's Mediterranean coast is ours, more of Indonesia. Ours. And thus more cloves that aren't making their way on over. What's victory if it's not total? Oh, Wither. The total victory will have to wait until I become a 10 years into the game pro. It took me a long while of no life in Crusader Kings 2 before I hit the point where I could reliably world conquest. Without save scumming even. And without leaving a pile of dead babies assassinated to fix certain inheritances. And heck, we're only a few patches off from the launch version of the game. So I expect that the meta and the foundational mechanics of the game are going to change so many ways by this time next year. And the stutter is very annoying. Yeah. That's why I figure that maybe the best plan is just make a save and hope tomorrow's a little bit fresher. Looks like the kilobytes per second are bouncing between 0 to 1,000 to 6,000. So sometimes it's good for half a second, then right back down to 0. So I'm going to take a hint. And push that end button, put on that pretty sunset. And I guess we'll just continue tomorrow. Then, like magic, it disconnects again. So, while it's still... I was gonna say while it's on 5,000 kilobytes, back down to 0. Alright. Taking the hint. Who are we gonna raid while we still have stream? I see we have a Schubert on. So, let's just throw a raid his way. Then, I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully with more stable Wi-Fi. It's 0 kilobytes per second, so it's probably going to drop again. You probably can't hear this. Out.